Try to fix it again. Let's see if we can.
Should be
If
coming
not,
up
if
soon there.
try one more time. If not, we just record and post it.
All right there. Okay, should be live. Give it a couple of fucking minutes. I don't know why it's doing this.
You still drinking Gatorade?
No, not right now. No.
You quit sugar stuff? You quit the sugar stuff or no?
Well, actually, I've never really drank that sugar stuff though to begin with. Actually,
You know, like the Gatorades, the sodas. Like,
um,
what do you be drinking now? Like, what's your drink now?
well, I
Thing.
still drink sodas now and then, but why is it not doing this? What the hell is going on here? I don't know what the fuck is up with this. I don't like. Getting pissed off right now because this whole thing is. I know it says I'm live at the moment, but for some dumb reason,
Here, let me look. Let me see.
yeah, it is
Let
says
me
here,
see. Let
but
me
it's
check.
like, all right, now we're going. I guess you could say
Yeah, it's live, Brian. It's fine. Everything's
that's
good.
good here. All right, so finally, sorry about the long delay, folks. I know things been acting up on my computer, especially the OBS. So we're live right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is our movie madness program. Now, this week we're going to be spotlighting Mark Hamill, probably one of the most underrated actors. Everybody knows him as Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars Skywalker saga, episodes one, actually episodes 4 through 9. And YR, by the way, is watching episode 2, Attack of the Clones, right now as we go live here. And if it's to say that Luke Skywalker definitely gave Mark Hamill a big voice. But prior to all that, Mark Hamill was already busy doing other acting jobs as well. He was in General Hospital. He was featured in the episode of The Partridge Family. He was also, I guess, in the pilot of the show Eight is Enough. But he's mostly a voice actor. He's done a lot of voice acting roles, like his first one was a cartoon show from Hanna-Barbera called Genie, which was a teenage version of I Dream of Genie. He played the part of the lead character, Corey Akers,
Okay,
or Ayers. Go
and
ahead. What?
what year was that, brother?
Genie, the cartoon series? I believe
Yeah.
it was about in 1971 or 1972.
So it was way before him and Star Wars, basically.
Yes, like I said, he was
All right.
also in the in an episode of The Partridge Family. I think 1 or 2 episodes as well. I got his beginnings up here, the Wikipedia. He also was in the soap opera General Hospital. He was on a short-lived sitcom called The Texas Wheelers. He portrayed the oldest son named David in that pilot episode. He was also the pilot episode of Eight is Enough, although the role was later performed by a dude named Grant Goodvie. He was also made appearances on the Bill Cosby Show just as well. Room 222, One Day at a Time, and he did a lot of. He appeared in multiple television films such as The City, Sarah T, Portrait of a Teenage Alcoholic. Of course, believe it or not, Robert Englund was auditioning for the Apocalypse Now movie directed by Francis Ford Coppola. When he walked across the hall where auditions was taking place by George Lucas's project called Star Wars, after watching auditions for a while, he realized that Hamill, his friend, would be perfect for the role as Luke Skywalker. He suggested to Hamill they audition for that role. As it turns out, Hamill's agent had already set up the audition that gave him that role. It was released in May of 1977 as just simply Star Wars originally. And of course, as you know, it later be retitled Episode 4 A New Hope and would become a massive hit. and was like it gave him a name, no doubt about that. Now let's go to his multiple movie roles because other than Star Wars, he's done lots of other ones as well. Hello,
Yo, I just got called. Sorry, guys. I'm setting up for a festival right now.
Paul 3, what's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, what's going on, man? Just
We're doing pretty
I said
good.
setting up.
We're doing an episode on Mark Hamill, and we're looking at his body of work, which
Who's?
Mark Hamill.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, we're doing his whole line of work that he's done in voice acting, and such. We're discussing the multiple roles that he's been involved in.
Are you excited to play Vegas for that?
No. I was like, hire Hunter Carnes, actually play and get more money. Hire Hunter.
He's a good bass player.
Dude, he would have pooped his pants if we would ask him. Yeah. And then Jaded Lips are covering our set. Next thing you know, it's like, wait. I thought about it. If I ever Rock Howard. I would name it White Valley.
Yeah, what the fuck is this bullshit? Come on.
Yeah, sorry. I'm setting up right now for a
All right,
street
real
fest.
quick, real quick. So yeah, next week, since you have this on, Paul 3 will be joining us Thursdays normally for the music show.
That's right. Meanwhile, we're switching things up. Instead of Wednesday nights, Music Maniacs will be on Thursday nights instead. And I guess we'll be doing whichever show is on Wednesday evenings, whether it's Movie Madness,
It's a
TV Memories.
rarity.
Paul 3, why are you looking like you're gonna go to a gay pride golf event with that pink shirt on?
Oh,
What's up
dude.
with that golf shirt, dude? Come on. You're like a punk goth person. Why are you wearing this like this? Why you what is with this? What are you in your senses?
My earbud right now. Here.
Brown, this guy looks like he's doing valet.
It's kind of hard to tell because it's close up on his face currently at the
Paul
moment.
3, are you parking valet cars at the Pride event, gay pride parade with that shirt? Come on, bro. What do you do? It's like a kind of fancier event.
In the town
like a
that we used to play in this town, but then the place that we used to play here that can't afford us anymore, so we haven't been back to this town in a while. This is the first time in a minute for this festival that we're playing.
are y'all proud of yourselves? You charge more than others? Like you won't work with a company and give you a good deal to buy your band?
No, they can't afford us, bro. That's the thing. They can't afford it.
All right, what do you know about Mark Hamill, real quick? Are you cool with him, or?
I think he's a woke little pussy now, so I don't really give a fuck about him.
Yeah, Brown. Like,
Really?
he used to be all these people's heroes, and now he sold out Star Wars. He really did, man.
Well, he didn't.
What
Well,
else
no,
did
no,
he
hold
do
on,
with
hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait a minute. How did Mark Hamill sold out Star Wars?
He condones all the woke bullshit that's going on with it. He fucking praises it. That's shit.
Not well. Well, no,
Okay.
hold on a second. He did not. He was not happy about the way they portrayed Luke Skywalker in Episode 8 because, as you know, Jedi's do not give up by
Brown,
any
you
means.
you saw all the newer Star Wars too.
Yes,
7, 8,
I saw all 9 movies.
There's 9 of them. Damn.
9, all of them. Yes. Yeah, Episode 8, The Last Jedi. A lot of people came down hard on that film because, in fact, a lot of people have been coming down hard on the sequels because, as you know, Disney now owns Star Wars. Lucas sold it back in 2012. In fact, I guess the person running Lucasfilms now is Kathleen Kennedy, and right now, so many people are upset that Kathleen Kennedy is like abiding by what Disney wants to do, which is, of course, to go PC. And as a result, people are coming down hard on the sci-fi franchise that we grew up watching as kids for being so politically correct, being woke. And right now, and that, in fact, a while ago, they were coming down hard on Doctor Who for the same reason.
Dr. Brown, Dr. Brown, you were there for opening day for A New Hope,
No,
like
it
any of
was.
the movies.
Well,
Ah,
actually, when we first, me, my mom, my sister saw the first movie of Star Wars, as it was called back then.
Wow.
Back in '77, at a place called, it was a movie theater. There was a good crowd of people there. And it was originally called Star Wars. I was so mesmerized by it. My sister was,
really?
so my mom. I mean, when you see that Destroyer going up above you like it is, it's like, holy cow. How big is that thing? How large is that Star Destroyer compared to that little rebel ship that's getting away?
What year? What came out first, Star Trek or Star Wars?
Doctor Who. Doctor Who started in 1963. Star Trek came out, I guess, in 1966 or 65, and Star Wars came out in 1977.
Hmm. Are you related to Doctor Who, Dr. Brown?
No.
Who that is?
You never saw Doctor Who, any 8 episodes?
I don't. Nah, I never know what you're talking about.
You never
Um,
saw Doc? Oh man, Doc, you got to look it up on the
it's
Wikipedia. Watch it.
space. It's like space stuff. It's space.
It's a sci-fi program. It's one of Britain's
Hmm.
most longest sci-fi programs.
It's Britain's. I don't like English stuff besides like the music.
No, man.
Um,
No, and it has a massive cult
it's good.
following here in the States, yes. And right now, I guess, as I mentioned, there were a lot of few issues with that being somewhat woke, according to many longtime fans.
It's good, Benchard.
All right, there. So, I guess Paul 3 had to leave, and I guess he's also did some writing, Mark Hamill has. He's a co-writer of The Black Pearl, which is a comic book miniseries published by Dark Horse Comics. He wrote an introduction.
What year to that?
It doesn't say that and say what year it was, but he also wrote the introduction to the trade paperback Batman Riddler Two Face, which reprints various stories involving the Riddler and Two Face to tie in with Batman Forever, the movie.
I love that movie.
He has also written several stories for Simpsons comics, including Catastrophe in Substitute Springfield,
Thought about look it up.
which by the way parodies DC's Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is also has references other several classic comics.
Did
Yeah,
did you like that?
which one like what?
By the way,
Like what? The Star Wars?
yes.
Oh yeah, the first one we saw. Oh dude, I was mesmerized. I mean, like the effects, the lightsabers, the spaceships, everything. Wow. Nobody at that time had seen anything like it. I remember seeing it 3 times afterwards. Then we got the news that there was a new Star Wars movie out called The Empire Strikes Back. That was back in 1988. And that's when we first learned about the situation between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. When we first heard that, when Darth Vader said, "I am your father," we thought
Yeah.
at first that he was trying to trick Luke into joining the dark side of Force until we found out in episode 6, which wasn't called episode 6 at the time, it was Star Wars Return of the Jedi. That's when we found out Darth Vader was actually Anakin Skywalker and the father of Luke Skywalker and his sister Leia Organa. And that was it
Which he
for
did.
the
Which
for
he did.
go ahead.
Which he did. Kind of like there was like a love affair on that, like behind the scenes, right?
Not
Like
that I
with
know
actors.
not that I know of. Not that I know it. I don't think there was any love affairs between anybody there. But I do know one thing: so many women were intrigued with the bikini-like outfit that Princess Leia wore during that scene where she was like Jabba the Hutt's slave, I guess they call it.
Now, hold on, real quick. Can you look it up? Like, I'm not talking about in the movie. I'm talking about like the actress she did pass,
Yeah,
correct?
Carrie Fisher. She died in 2016.
But I'm saying like they had romantic relationship like during the filming and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Not that I know of.
Look at it, it's real. Bro, I'm surprised you know about it.
But who did she have the romantic relationship with behind the scenes? Hamill,
Mark
Ford.
Hamill.
Oh,
Yes.
let me see for sure.
Both of them, I think, at the same time. Look at it. I don't know for details, but something like that on that.
Hold up there. Give me a second there, because I have not
Brian,
heard anything. I've
Brian,
not
you ever
heard
seen it?
anything because I've never heard anything about this. Let me look it up now.
You ever seen a fist fight at a concert before?
Yes.
Really?
Did Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher have a romantic hookup during the filming of Star Wars?
Yes.
It's taken me to something like, why does Carrie Fisher regret her Star Wars role? And it says, here we go there. While Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill were never in a romantic relationship, there were rumors of an off screen romance between the two during the filming of the original Star Wars trilogy. The two shared a mutual affection and maintained a close friendship until Fisher's death in 2016.
Well, maybe
So,
I'm mixing it up with Harrison Ford. Maybe it's Harrison Ford then.
no, I don't think he was.
Gotta be, bro. Come
No,
on.
well, hold on. Where are you getting all this stuff from? All right, let me try this. In her memoir, she revealed she had a whirlwind 3-month affair with fair Harrison Ford while filming the original Star Wars. At the time, she was 19 years old, while Harrison Ford was 32, a married father of 2 children. It was kept secret for about 40 years. So there you go. It was Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. No doubt about it. Not Mark Hamill. I believe Mark Hamill was already married at that point. Anyways, back to the movie roles of Mark Hamill. It says here, now Mark Hamill, as you know, is better known as a voice actor. He's did a lot of voice actor roles for various cartoon series like The Regular Show. He was a voice of the Joker for multiple times in episodes of Robot Chicken, Batman animated movies like Mask of the Phantasm, The Killing Joke. He also was a Joker in one of the Arkham game series, as well as the Batman the animated series. He was featured on that show a lot of times. In fact, a lot of people still say that Mark Hamill was probably the second best Joker next to Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight. All right, there. So, as I mentioned, he also did the voice of. He also did a brief voice as a ghost, Force Ghost of Darth Bane, in I guess it was Star Wars Clone Wars, where he confronts Yoda. There's an effect on his voice, but you could tell it's Mark Hamill without a dot. Without, and of course, there's a couple other voice actor roles that he has done. Let's see here. There's a long list of it. Let me look on the Wikipedia here for you. Okay.
Look up what size penis he had too, as well, if that's up
Oh,
on the internet.
please. Please.
Well, what would you predict? Like a big, like a
Why are we
starship?
talking about his penis? Please don't. Non-comic related television roles included the deranged shock jock Anchorman, Dr. Jack in Phantom 2040, Principal John Smith in the Totally Spies episode Soul Collector, Christopher Maverick Blair in Wing Commander Academy, which I guess is the Walter Lance character Buzz Buzzard in the new Woody Woodpecker show, the flamboyant robot Lawrence Larry 3000 in Time Squad, the pirate Captain Stickybeard in Codenamed Kids Next Door, Fire Lord Orzari in Last Avatar, The Last Airbender. He was the Skeleton King in Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. He was multiple roles in Metal Apocalypse. He was involved in that. I guess he played one of the senators, I guess, that was against the band Death Clock. And he was also the groundkeeper Skips in the regular show. He's also voiced himself in 2 episodes of the Disney animated series Pepper Ann. And he was also featured on one of the Scooby Doo cartoons, like Guess Who Scooby Doo, which was, I guess, a reboot of the new Scooby Doo movies. Hamill also guest starred as himself in The Simpsons episode Married to the Mob. On the audio commentary of the episode, he said he was a fan of the show since its 1987 debut on the Tracy Ullman program, which ran on Fox Series around that time. There was a personal thrill to work with the voice of Homer Simpson. He's also guest starred on Family Guy, was a recruiting voice actor on Seth Green's Robot Chicken. In addition to voice acting, he is also starred in multiple animated films. His roles included the captain of the guard in Sinbad Beyond the Beyond the Veil of Myths, the biblical figure Judith and Joseph, King of Dreams, the evil wolf in Balto 2, Wolf Quest. He was also in Futurama, Bender's Big Score. He also worked with Colonel Muska. He was Colonel Muska in the second English language version of Castle in the Sky, and the mayor of in this dubbed English version of what's that word? Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, both directed by Hayao. Well, I cannot pronounce this man's name, but it was indeed distributed by Disney. He's also done voice for games as well. He was a detective mostly in Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers, Gabriel Knight 3, Blood of the Sacred, Blood of the Damned. He was assistant director Wilson in Soldier of Fortune 2, Double Helix. Adrian Rittberger in the LucasArts game Full Throttle, Wolverine in X2. Wolverine's Revenge, the game which also accompanied the movie X2. He was also in Yakuza. He was also the Dark Master in The Legend of Spiral, Dawn of the Dragon. He was the Watcher in Darksiders, Master Eucreus in Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 3. In fact, the creator of Kingdom Hearts describes himself as a fan of Hamill's work. There's also another character, originally voiced by Leonard Nimoy from Star Trek, that is, of course, Hamill did later would do. Also, here's something down. Also, here. Of course, you also know him as the Joker, as I mentioned. He was also Skeletor in a couple of Masters of the Universe movies, which I guess are on Netflix currently. He played, of course, Skeletor, as I mentioned, which he did pretty well. He also had a bit in the first Kingsman movie. He was in Village of the Damned. I guess he played a priest that wanted to take out to do a sniper job on
Wasn't
some
he?
character.
Did you play a voice in Scooby Doo cartoon, the old ones?
I don't think he was. I'm not too sure. Got to look up there because he's did so much when you
Well, what
think about it.
cartoons?
Well,
Like,
like so far the one I know of is Genie, the one I mentioned previously.
oh yeah, let me see.
And like I said, he was Buzz Buzzard in the new Woody Woodpecker show.
Oh, you know what he did?
Oh yeah,
He did. You remember that movie, The Nerd?
the nerd. I don't think I'd have that. No, I never heard of that. Oh, he played Sean in the Ralph Bansky movie Wizards, which was released just 3 weeks, actually 3 months before Star Wars. The voice role he is most known for, of course, is the Joker. We all know that. He has also appeared in the second season of the historical fiction drama series Nightfall, which premiered in 2019. He played Master Talus, a veteran Templar who also trains the initiates at the Chartist Temple. In April 2022, it was announced that Hamill would make an appearance in the revival of the series The Kids in the Hall, which is set to be released on Amazon Prime Video the following May 13th. And also, he was the voice of the rebooted Chucky in the rebooted Child's Play just as well. He also, I guess,
Really?
yes, right. He played James Arnold in The Kingsman: The Secret Service in 2014, a professor from Imperial College London with an expert in climate change. He also reprised his role as the trickster in the CW's 2014 live action The Flash. Yeah, he played the trickster in the Flash series, by the way. In fact, I believe there was a Flash series back in the early 1990s, if I'm looking there. Man, he's did a lot, believe it. Hard to believe there. Here we go. 2 episodes of The Flash in 1990. He played the villain, the Trickster. He also made cameo appearances on Mad TV as the estranged father of Mrs. Swan, an appearance on Saturday Night Live, which he played himself, being sold in a Star Wars themed home shopping sale. He also appeared on single episodes of Third Rock from the Sun, Just Shoot Me from 1998, 2 episodes of Sequest DSV from 1995, and he also was in the episode Mind Over Matter of the series The Outer Limits from 1995 as well. And also, I guess, why I just thought of that other role that he was in, and now it just escaped my dang mind for crying out loud. Either way. I mean, so are you getting this down, YR, by chance?
What yours name is that?
What again? All the roles I've been
What'd you
mentioning?
say?
Did you hear what I just said?
No. Never heard of any of those. To be
Oh,
honest, I'm
you
looking
got
them.
it.
I
You
mean,
got you.
The Chucky one, and then I don't know if you remember. Um, this was, I think, The Simpsons, from the makers of The Simpsons. Remember that cartoon Futurama?
Yes, he was in that as well as I mentioned.
And that was, I wonder, like, why he started, like, not why, but like, did the people, when he did the voices, did the people watching know it was Mark Hamill? Like, was that the whole point of
Not
him
really.
doing
Well,
voices?
well,
You know what I'm saying now?
I
Like,
guess people don't know who's voicing who in the various cartoon series until we find out at the last minute.
I'm saying, like, was it his voice though, or was he like doing a voice basically,
Well,
doing a character?
we could tell his voice is older now, so we could possibly tell by the way he does both Joker and Skeletor that it's absolutely him. But actually, it's hard to tell because when you're doing voice acting, you got to come up with different types of voices. Like check out his role in Skips in the regular show, and you see what I mean. And of course, so the ones I just mentioned, Skeletor and the Joker. Now, let's go back here. The Wing Commander series of computer games started. When that series started, it used full motion video cutscenes. Mark Hamill was cast in this as the series protagonist, Colonel Christopher Blair, a role that he played in Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger, Wing Commander 4, The Price of Freedom, and Wing Commander The Prophecy. In 1998, he was also in Wing Commander movie, which was he was portrayed by Freddie Prinze Jr. Although Hamill had a voice cameo, Hamill appears as Squadron 42. Although let's also not forget a couple other movies that I've almost forgot to mention. The Big Red One, which was a war movie from 1980. He was also featured in The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, featuring Christy McNichol. I believe that was in 1981 or 1982, if I'm correct. And I remember seeing this movie back on cable TV after we first got it, Corvette Summer from 1978. So the guy has been around all over the block, without a doubt there. Just goes from one role to another role
Bro,
into another role.
his wife. What about his wives throughout the years? Are they? What do you know about that?
Let me look it up here right now. It says his personal life, blah, blah, blah. Man, you got to go down here. Here we go. According to a 1981 profile in People magazine, Hamill's first serious love was actress Anne Widham, when cast as his sister in General Hospital, with whom he had a off-screen relationship with. He later described experiencing seasons of an on-set awkwardness while working with her on their relationship ended. After the relationship, in the 2000, in a 2017 interview, he attributed his long, happy marriage to a non actor to learning, although his relationship with Wyndham, the dangers of being in a relationship with a fellow actor. In December 1978, he married dental hygienist Maria Lou York in a private civil ceremony. They have 3 children together, Nathan, Griffin, and Chelsea. Nathan was born during the production of The Empire Strikes Back and had cameo appearance as one of the royal guards of Naboo in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Chelsea made a photographic appearance as an infant Axel Walker in the 1990 TV series The Flash. The same photograph was used in the 2014 series. All three have cameos as resistance soldiers in The Last Jedi. On January 11th, 1977, before shooting one of his scenes in the first Star Wars, Hamill was in a car wreck in which he fractured his nose and left cheekbone. As a result, a double was used for the land speeder pickup shots. Now, Hamill is also an outspoken advocate of the Democratic Party. Bad for you, Mark. And has
There
supported,
you go.
there you go, has supported its
False.
candidates. Prior to
Well, I
the,
mean, if you think about it, Brian, if you think about it,
Mhm.
like all and most people
Yeah,
in Hollywood support the left. It's not like a surprise.
yeah, no, yeah,
Um, like who really, if you think about it, who really, like Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, I think Mel Gibson maybe or no.
yeah. Or James Woods.
Those people are,
Those people are Republicans, that's for sure. Very few of those. But then again, you got to remember, a lot of the people today, as I pointed out, grew up in a democratic society throughout the 1990s. They learned all the democratic viewpoints, the political correctness, and they carry that to this their very day, especially on social media. And plus, as we all know, California is a democratic state. So there you go. Now, I want to get to the criticism of The Last Jedi that Mark did display when that movie came out. Hamill was very critical of how Disney portrayed Luke Skywalker in that episode 8. Said that he had a very big disagreement of how Luke Skywalker was portrayed as this cowardly, reluctant ex Jedi who hid away.
yeah. But why did he take why did he take the role?
Well,
Right? Like,
because
don't
because
actors have say? Kind of like wrestling in a way, and especially him. He's not like a new actor or something. He's a god basically in the actor's realm.
yeah.
Why doesn't he get a set? What, in your opinion, or how do you? I mean, I don't. You know way more than me on this, but like, I don't understand. Like, do you believe that when he is disgruntled, or do you? I don't. Maybe they don't have a say. Maybe they sign a contract. It's like, hey,
Here's the thing. Let me point this out. Hamill said in a couple interviews that Luke Skywalker gave up after the rise of Kylo Ren. He hid away in this one planet, living by himself in solitude for how many years until Rey discovers him, finally finds him in the end of episode 7. And I guess the problem was in episode 9, where he comes back as a Force ghost, he says it was fear that kept him at that spot. Now, I will credit this. Towards the end of The Last Jedi, when the Mirage version of Luke Skywalker appears, but we don't know if it's actually him or not until the very end, he battles Kylo Ren in a lightsaber duel. However, they could at least gave us a real lightsaber duel for about 20 minutes or so instead of Luke just ducking. But then again, he's a hologram. He's like a mirage projected by through the Force. The best thing about him coming out to face Kylo Ren is when he comes out, steps outside. Kylo Ren says, "I want every gun, every torpedo, every weapon fired on that man." They fire away. Luke comes out unscathed, unharmed, unbeaten, just whoosh, shrug it off his shoulders. And when you think about it there, Kylo Ren ended up fighting a Mirage version of Luke. So in a lot of ways, Luke Skywalker ended up owning Kylo Ren, while Rey was helping the members of the Resistance, including Leia Organa escaped from that spot that they were in on that particular planet. And also, somebody else pointed this trait out. One of the well known traits of the Skywalkers is, as we've seen with his father Anakin, you know, when you give into fear, you give into anger, you give into frustration, that leads you to the dark side of the Force. And in episode 6, Luke vowed never turn to the dark side of the Force. Never turn to the dark side. And to keep himself from doing that, he had to hide away for a good number of years
Well,
until the
Brown
time was
did
right.
in the first, second, and third episodes. We see obviously Anakin as a child boy
Yep,
who is the father of Luke, correct?
correct. Yep, that's Luke and Leia's father.
Okay, so we never got a Luke or Leia teenage child movies, basically.
Not well. I'm not too sure, but the only thing I know
Well, basically
between
that the first number 1 through 3 was Anakin the father, which is also Darth Vader as a
yes,
child and a
yes,
younger man.
yes,
Uh, all right.
yeah, that's basically how the whole saga started. Now, keep in mind, there's a young boy and a young girl, Luke and Leia, in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, where Obi-Wan,
Really?
yeah, exactly. You ever saw the series on Disney Plus, Obi-Wan Kenobi?
N- No, do you? Do you have that? Just for
We
that?
have a Disney Plus at our place there. I believe my nephew has it in his room. And my brother-in-law did tell me that it was a pretty good series. Kind of starts off boring at first, but it does pick up towards the end, especially with the second fight between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. Look it up on YouTube. And this was about 10 years after episode 3. And a couple of other 10 years later until episode 4. Whereas that'll be the last ever fight between Vader and his former master. So I guess fits to say that Mark Hamill was very passionate about Luke Skywalker, and I guess he was not happy, along with all of us, how Disney has been what they did with the sequels. I mean, when you think about it, you look at if you were to look at a poll on YouTube on which trilogy was the best, they would most definitely say either the prequels or the originals, but the sequels would get the lowest of votes because of the way Disney went PC.
So like, nah, like
Mm.
it was for a whole. I think it was for a whole new audience, Brown. Like, because you got to think when the episode 1 came out, or tell me real quick, when did that number 6,
Hmm.
that last of the original? What
Yes,
year did that come out?
1983.
All right, so you got to think since '83, obviously it's a strong fan base.
Hmm.
But when that '99 movie came out,
Episode one.
all your '90s kids, um, I was 7 or 8 years old, and I followed that. I didn't follow it as much, like a lot of other stuff came out at the time, like the Harry Potter stuff, the Lord of the Rings stuff. Um, I wasn't too much into that at all either. But I definitely, I feel like episode 1 had a lot of advertisements, like Pizza Hut. You could collect the cups, the
Yeah, they
different.
hope that. Yeah, they hope that's how they hype things up. That's
You
how
remember
they
that
would.
though?
Yes,
Like those were cool
absolutely.
cups, bro. Darth Maul.
Darth
What? I
Maul.
think I look. I even probably. You know what? I think I was. I think I was Darth Maul for Halloween one year, like eight or
Wow.
9 years. I don't
Let's
know,
not
like something
forget.
like that.
Let's not forget Pepsi Cola. back in 1997 when the originals were like remixed, remastered with bonus scenes added on to them, there was a big hullabaloo over that. There was a big buzz in the
Right.
media all around over that. Even Pepsi Cola even cashed in. Back on the big screen. Join the celebration. Star Wars, the new versions that are out right now. And that all that was done to accompany the prequels, which as you know would later
Right.
have
So
better technology.
so we figure how old was Anakin in that first one in the story? 8 or 9,
I think so.
maybe.
Maybe eight,
So around.
nine.
So listen. So
Mm-hmm.
around the same age as me,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what happened
Yes.
in the second one? He's a little bit older. So I think I was maybe in. What year did the second one come out?
2002.
All right. So yeah, I was. I guess getting into middle school.
Mm-hmm.
So getting older, and the character. I think the character was a little older. I think he was like 18 to 21. I feel like.
I think it
I
was
think the
about
Anakin.
18, 19, maybe, or 17.
Yeah.
One
So
of
he
those
was a little
age
bit. You know what I'm
ranges.
saying? So, but still though, like in the same ballpark there, like, and you look at, you know, it was high school when what year Revenge of the Sith come out?
Revenge of the
Top of your
Sith,
head.
yes, it was 2005. I remember
All
all
right.
this. I was
So
working at a grocery chain, and there was a big hype over that, most definitely because we all know the reason why. The big fall to the dark side would take place towards the end of that movie, and the big fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker. That was the big thing. Which, by the way,
well, hold
that
on a
fight
minute. Let me
that was
finish.
quite.
Let me
Go ahead.
Brian. Let me finish my monologue real quick. There's a point to it. So like, you get what I'm saying? So like during that the Sith, Revenge of the Sith, that was high school for me,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
basically. I mean, getting older, maturing, just like the Anakin character.
Yes.
So like what they did there with doing the storylines, it did appeal to the newer, younger audience, which were smart on that, and then obviously family members, parents, whatever, watch it with them.
Yes.
But I did get into that, wow,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember renting. Um, had it been the DVD, man. It had it been the DVD. I mean, this was,
Widescreen or
you know,
full screen?
I don't know. It's like this was like a 2005 type deal. So, but
Because
I
I
remember
remember,
going to buy.
because I remember there was a widescreen version and the full screen version of the same movie.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people didn't like the first three, but it's like, nah. As a kid, it was a whole different deal, just like wrestling.
Well, those
Like,
people are right now eating their words because now with the series like Rep with the Clone Wars, which came out on Disney Plus years on down the line, this series like that helps the Star Wars fans appreciate the prequels a lot more. And right now, Hayden Christensen, he's been basically getting a lot of respect nowadays for his portrayal as Anakin Skywalker. And the one thing I remember after seeing the original Return of the Jedi, instead of Hayden Christensen as Anakin, it was a dude named Sebastian Stan. Not Sebastian. No, it's Sebastian somebody else who was a close friend of.
Sebastian Bach.
No, not him.
Brown, did you Hayden Christensen, didn't he pass away?
No, he's still living.
Why wasn't he like I mean, I guess they like I did see some of the newer seven,
Hmm.
but I can't like it was mostly like when I guess like when JB and Joe and all them were doing shows, like
Yeah.
all that stuff started coming out again. And um I mean I just remember them talk about it. I never went and I don't know why. I think it was because they were like, oh, it's woke and stuff, like, and I took their word for it, like, with the women lead roles and all that. I mean, that's not,
Well, let me
yeah,
say this. Well, right now they're saying that about Star
not
Wars
appropriate.
The
But
Acolyte. Right now, a lot of people are talking about that series being
is there going to
woke.
be, where is there going to be more, you think, in your prediction, in your opinion, do you think there will be more Star Wars movies in the movies?
Well, I would like to see a Star Wars movie based on that takes place years before the Skywalker saga, like the Old Republic. Like they could feature either Darth Nihilus, Darth Bane, Darth Xana, or maybe Darth Malchus. I mean, with those characters a lot more featured in the Star Wars games, whether it's Knights of the Old Republic or basically or Battlefront 1 or 2. I mean, when you think about it, we like to see something original, something with new characters, not so woke, but not so basically in between. Not all left, not all right, but like I said, just in between. It'd be nice to see a good Star Wars movie with a good storyline. Now, so going back to the woke stuff that you mentioned, Disney, like every other entertainment company, has to give in to what's trending within society, whether it's literature, music, movies, TV, you name it. They have to give in to what's trending out there. And right now, political correctness, sensitivity, understanding, compassion, and this wokeness is what's going on right now. And I guess either the companies have to give in to all that or they'd be left out in the dust. That's just how it is, unfortunately. That's how it goes.
All right. Did you want to go ahead and do Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey for next week's?
We could take a look at Jim Carrey. And I think after Jim Carrey we should probably do a different show. I know it's we should talk about TV shows that we grew up watching. I know you have a few that you loved watching as a kid or a teenager.
No,
Hello, you hear me?
you don't want to do actors studio anymore, brother.
No, I like to do. I don't mind doing actor studio, but I'd like to also do other things just as well. I think we should take a break next week after we do Jim Carrey. We should also take a break from the movie shows to do other shows about TV shows that we grew up watching as kids or as teenagers.
No, we don't need to do all that. No, not like talking about like cartoons or just regular.
Well, we could talk about cartoons. I know. Tell you what, we could talk
Whatever you
about.
want. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, okay, talk cartoons that we grew up watching as kids. Definitely.
Whatever you want. Even damn Brady Bunch. For
All
Christ's
right.
sakes,
All
it's
right
fine.
there.
Whatever you want. No,
All
I'm
right.
serious. I used to watch Brady Bunch for real, bro.
Really
Remember Nick at
interesting.
Night?
Oh wow, I see. I remember it was on syndication as a kid.
You know what they play on Nick at Night now, brother?
I remember that. Yes, I know. Nick and Knight.
They play
Good.
new shows.
They play a lot of
See,
shows.
there's no like stations that play. I mean, there's like Three's Company and all that on, but
Hmm.
they just gotta find it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All
All
good
right.
shows.
All right there. So I guess this concludes our episode of Movie Madness, spotlighting on Mark Hamill and his credible body of work, as well as a little discussion on Star Wars as well. So I guess we call it a night for right now, and we'll see you all next week.
Thank you, brother.
Next Wednesday it'll be Movie Madness, and on next Thursday it'll be Music Maniacs with myself, Paul 3, and YR. Paul 3 is definitely going to join in next Thursday, correct?
We do expect you to have a haircut next week, Brown. Just a
No,
trim, okay?
yeah, please.
You're
All
not
the
dealing with it.
Well, not right now. I got other things to deal with.
Summer, it's hot. No,
More,
I know, but I'm saying it's hot and stuff. I got a big trim
yeah, but
for the
also,
summer.
but I got something very important to do. That's way more important than a haircut.
What? What?
Eye surgery. next month.
Really?
Yes.
They won't have wear. You won't have to wear glasses anymore.
No, well, basically, I'm going to come clean about this because
Uh oh.
I have been dealing with cataracts for the past
Mm.
year and a half, and next month I'm going to be scheduled to have that removed from my eyes. They're going to do one eye at a time.
Mm.
For next month, I guess it's going to be my left eye, and then a couple weeks afterwards, it's going to be my right eye. So this means I won't be driving my car for a while because I need my eyes corrected to get order to get a Florida driver's license. So I got to take care of my eyesight first before any hairstyle.
Wait, Dr. Brown, do you have trouble seeing right now?
Yes, I am right now. I
Dang.
have to go up close to the computer to get all the details of whichever show I'm getting set up for.
So you can't like watch TV. Like if you watch the TV, you can't see it that good.
Not that well. Everything is blurry
Uh,
all the fuck.
your glasses don't help. Nothing.
Not really, no. It cataracts is a bitch. And the reason
Cataract
I'm not,
surgery.
yeah, so I'm going to
You're gonna
be
have to wear
needing that.
glasses. You're gonna have to wear glasses still after this.
Maybe, maybe not. We do not know for sure after it's done.
Mm.
But like I said, any haircut or hair trim has to be second or
Yeah,
third after this eye surgery.
they were about
And I know I made an announcement about in one of my vlogs about somebody got to take care of earlier today, and I'm letting it all out now ahead of time so we'll let people basically let inquiring minds know what's going on with me at the moment. So everybody watching this show, wish me the best of luck. Say prayers for
It's not
me.
till next week or next month, so it'll be fine.
All
It'll
right,
be all
dear.
good. But
I know.
dealing with
All right.
professional, you know. But listen, have a good night, Brown. We'll talk
Good
to you next
night.
week.
I'll talk to you next week as well, my man.
Big week next week. We
All
got
right.
the Jim Carrey show
That's right.
and
Jim Carrey on the
Mixed
next movie
Maniacs.
madness, and whichever this topic comes to mind for Music Maniacs. And as we
We have all
stated,
three.
the nights will be the shows will be switched around, as I stated.
All three, but all right,
All right,
man.
there. I'll see you later on. And don't forget to subscribe to Wire's channel, Entertainment Channel 360, as well as my channel, Dr. Earl W. Brown. And we'll see you all next week. Bye bye.